Pirate Warriors 3. Ugh.
Alright, what's up guys? It's me, Arekkusu TM, and today, before I do other things today, I wanted to kind of get a new my experience done and kind of out there for the world to see. I didn't want to just do new ones. I had this thumbnail for so long. So I wanted to talk about my experience with One Piece Power Warriors 3 and a little bit of 4, and 4 obviously, both games, but like Luffy said earlier. But I wanted to bring them up because I feel like these games are pretty dang important in my life as a One Piece fan because I remember One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 was one of the first One Piece games I have ever played outside of like One Piece on the PSP Romance Dawn. Guess what, bro? I made my first video and I have 9 subscribers now. Hey, JT, that's what's up, bro. Good shit, man. Good shit. Warlord 12. Power Warriors 4 getting a character update. You can vote for characters. That is true. I saw that the other day about Power Warriors 4, but I want to talk about Power Warriors 3 right now. Before I talk about Power Warriors 4, I want to talk about Power Warriors 3. So, Power Warriors 3, I remember getting this game, like, years upon years upon years ago, man. I remember it was... I had this game way back in, like, 2016-ish, somewhere 2016, maybe late 2015, I had this game. It was one of the first few PS4 games I think I got, and I can't remember, like, I think my dad got it for me because I was very into One Piece around this time. Like, I've been into One Piece, keep in mind, in this time period since, like, 2009, 10-ish. So I was already going on nearing a decade around this point when I played Power Warriors 3 for, like, the first time, I think. And I think, like, before One Piece Power Warriors 3, I didn't really play very many of 3D arena-styled beat-em-up games or beat-em-up anime games. Off topic, are you planning to do in my experience with multiverses in the future? Yeah, probably. You know what? I probably should whip up a thumbnail about that. If I haven't done it already, I probably should whip up a thumbnail about that. That would be a great game to talk about since it is shutting down. So might as well talk about the good times and the bad times I have with that game. So it just makes sense if I do an episode based off that game. But I remember when I first got it, Power Warriors 3, I was so happy. I remember having so many memories with Pirate Warriors 3, man. It was like the best One Piece game in my opinion. Like it beat out that PSP game Romance Dawn. It beat out Burning Blood by a mile. Don't get me wrong, Burning Blood was like trying to be a One Piece fighting game, but it just didn't work. In my opinion, I just didn't get it. But anyways, Pirate Warriors 3, yeah, although I hate playing the game, I like watching other people play it, especially Chance 805. Oh god, not Chance 805, that guy. But yeah, I remember playing it for the first time, and I immediately fell in love with it because I think when I was playing Power Warriors 3 for the first time, obviously I didn't like immediately beeline it to playing it with like Chris or somebody else. I remember I played it with a lot of people in my life, going through the One Piece story with them. I remember I played it a lot with Louis, because obviously, I was like, Louis, you're like my only, you're like my only duos partner, why don't we play One Piece Power Warriors 3 together? A One Piece game that's multiplayer, that all we do is beat them up enemies. And I remember Louis having so much fun playing Sanji. I'm having so much fun playing Luffy or Zoro or whatever the level suggested, I also have tons of memories playing this game online with Chris, aka Rene YT. We played this game almost religiously. How much we played Pirate Warriors 3, just doing missions, helping each other out, beat the story mode. I remember there were so many times where my PlayStation reset and I had no like PS Plus, so I had to keep redoing the game over and over again. Like, there were so many memories of Power Warriors 3. I remember playing this with my boy EB. I think I played this game with my boy Nick. Like, expressed my love with Pirate Warriors 3 and One Piece, like, in one at that time. Like, it was almost synonymous how much I loved Pirate Warriors 3 and how much I loved One Piece. Pirate Warriors 3 was good. It was so good, in fact, that I couldn't stop playing it. You know, 3 had chock full of content. Ace had some crazy combos. Ace did have some crazy combos. I remember like New World Sanji had cool combos, like a little bit different ones compared to pre-time skip Sanji. Like all the pre-time skip characters had like a little bit of a different move set, which I loved. It wasn't just a different costume; it was like a different move set, different special moves and ultimate moves. It was so cool. It was something I experienced very little of in the past, because keep in mind, when I had like my Wii U, my Wii, PS3, excuse me, I didn't play beat 'em up games like to my memory. I didn't really play too many beat 'em up games. If I wanted to beat up somebody, in a video game, obviously, I would have played like Tekken, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, a game I talked about previously. When I had my PS3, or anything Dragon Ball Z related, or whatever that would be, or Naruto Storm, those would be like where I would do all the beat 'em up stuff, But with One Piece, since it came in so much later in my life, not the series, the game, Power Warriors 3, it was almost like a match made in heaven with how much I enjoyed that game. I played it so many times, single player. I played it so many times with a lot of different people in my life, to the point I remember when playing Pirate Warriors 3 was actually getting a little boring for me, because obviously I beat the story multiple times. I beat the side little story mode. I can't remember what it was called, but the side little story mode in Pirate Warriors 3. I beat the coin rush mode or whatever. I unlocked all the characters. I didn't 100% every character, but I unlocked all the characters. I remember, like, when playing Power Wars 3 with Chris, sometimes online, just to pass time, I would kind of get a little bored with the game. And because, I played it so much in my life that, I kind of just dropped it. I kind of just dropped Pirate Warrior, I think, after a long while of just not playing it anymore, because I've done everything. I've done everything I wanted to do in the game, and all I was doing was just missions online, to help either Ronnie out. That was what was keeping the game alive for a long time, was helping Ronnie out with missions that he wanted to play with me on, and vice versa and stuff, and whatever, to get certain coins to help certain characters. Because keep in mind, I'm also playing a lot of different games in between One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, like when I decided to get on and play it. And if you guys remember, I have that stream I made like over 4 years ago, on this very game, Pirate Warriors 3, that one live stream on Pirate Warriors 3 that I made, obviously way before my experience was made. I have that video. And then I also have a few Pirate Warriors 4 videos on the channel if you guys want to check those out. But anyways, that was Pirate Warriors 3. Great game. I obviously had some flaws with it, but I don't care. It's a beat 'em up game. Who cares? All you're supposed to do is beat up people. Beat up the enemy until something happens. Anyways, let's move on to Pirate Warriors 4, right? So, Pirate Warriors 4. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. I remember me and Chris being so excited for this game. Because keep in mind, like I said, we played a bunch of Pirate Warriors 3. A lot of it, to the point, we didn't think a fourth one was going to come out. I remember when it was coming out, Pirate Warriors 4 was like the shit. It was, One Piece was back on top. There was multiple One Piece games coming out and stuff and whatnot. But I remember I didn't care for any other One Piece game at this point in my life. Because at this point, in my head, One Piece games weren't really all that unless they were like Pirate Warriors, That's something I can guarantee from One Piece, a One Piece game, that I'll have a good time. Because keep in mind, One Piece's video game's track record. Sheriff, welcome to stream. One Piece's video game track record is kind of, yeah, the game is either like mediocre or like it's pretty good, or then you got Pirate Warriors where it's very good. It's a pretty good game. It's a good video game. But anyway, so me and Chris were so excited for it. I remember, I'm not sure how Ronnie got his copy. I think Ronnie asked his mom to get him a copy of Pirate Warriors 4, and I think he got it before me, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't remember if I asked, my dad or I asked Louie for the game, but I remember I eventually got One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. And I remember since, Chris had it way before me and he was enjoying the gameplay because, the cool thing about Pirate Warriors 4, for anyone that doesn't know, Luffy gets to go gear 4th, Luffy gets to go gear 5th in this game. Yes, he actually has gear 4 Bounce Man, gear 4 Snake Man, and gear 5th. He can do all those transformations, and all those transformations have their own unique combos and movesets and stuff, and Ronnie's just having a blast, and he's always trying to tell me, like, yo, Alan, you got to get this game so we can play multiplayer, man. I'd love to play. And, I was like, damn, dude, this does look really fun, even though I haven't been in the One Piece scene, or Pirate Warriors scene in a very long time by this point, because keep in mind, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 came out, I think, 2021, 2022, so I've had a lot of games under my belt, and I've had a lot of times to... a lot of time for my brain to kind of change, on what I like, what I dislike, what I think is boring, what I think is really cool, because obviously you grow and change every day. Or at least you grow and change when you want to grow and change, because, you can also stay stagnant, but the point is growing and changing and all that other sort of stuff, which I'm actually probably going to make another my experience talking about that with, re-experience with Crash Bandicoot Warped. I might do that right after this. But, so I can get a new point across, like a new perspective in my mind across, for some of you guys and stuff. So, might surprise you. But anyways, what I have to say there, still here. No, I got y'all. I know y'all still here. That's why I'm just talking. I'm getting it all out of my system. So, but yeah, I remember Chris, Chris and I got the game eventually. Ronnie was so excited. I remember he was like, bro, we got to play Pirate Warriors 4 for hours, right? And I was like, yeah, bro, we got to play Pirate Warriors 4 for hours and hours and hours and hours because, I want to, like, obviously, I got the game just to play with you. I got the game because I like One Piece, even though me and One Piece by this point have been pretty shaky, I haven't really watched too much One Piece, I've been kind of falling out of the anime here and there, so it's like kind of like a mix mash, For real, welcome to the stream, man. Talking about Power Warriors 4. I was talking about Power Warriors 3 earlier this video, but I'm talking about Power Warriors 4 now. But welcome to the page. But anyways, so I got the game. We started playing. Anime fan? Yeah, you can say I'm an anime fan because I do love a lot of the OGs. But as of late, I've been kind of wish-washy with it. But we'll get into it. We'll get into it another time. I have a whole my experience with me being an anime fan and how I feel now. Check that out. That's also a video y'all should see. Attack on Titan. I like it. It's pretty alright. I'm going to have to make a video on Attack on Titan and talk about... Oh, that would be a great my experience right there. The Attack on Titan. I should talk about that one. Jujutsu Kaisen. That one's okay too. Like I said, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I love all the older ones. But anyways, I digress. So, me and Chris started playing. I love it. I loved, I loved a lot of anime, or not a lot of anime, fuck, man, you're getting me mixed up now. Making me talk about things that doesn't even, like, freaking fucking with me. But, Bleach sucks. Honestly, personal preference, I think Bleach is okay. I think it's cool. Honestly, Jujutsu Kaisen was also inspired by Bleach. If you didn't get that already by the way its story was, but anyways. Oh, what were you talking about? Anyways, I just joined. Yeah, I was talking about, again, Pirate Warriors 3 and Pirate Warriors 4, aka One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 and 4. But back to what I was saying about 4. So me and Chris started playing. We were enjoying ourselves. I was enjoying myself. because I know the One Piece. Cry. I think that's how you say it. Cry. Welcome to the page. Um, and I remember when we played, I was enjoying myself, and Ryan was enjoying himself. There were so many moments I think I dubbed for Pirate Warriors 4. Oh, I did a lot of dubbing for Pirate Warriors 3. I remember doing the fan dubs for Pirate Warriors 3 or 4. And I remember, doing those One Piece dubs. That was probably some of the best times of Pirate Warriors 4, in my opinion. Other than like me, Chris just playing it, having tons of fun, him helping me out grind missions all day. Because it's practically the same, except, we got skill trees now for certain characters so they can unlock abilities, which I thought was BS, that you can't just, equip everything on automatically for the skill tree. You have to do everything one by one, which is really stupid. I hated that. They added, faster movement options by having a dash button or a stamina meter, which obviously graphics look better, cutscenes look better. Obviously, they go a little bit past the Doflamingo arc. They go into the Whole Cake Island and Big Mom, but they also show like Alabasta and a little bit of stuff from before, all the way to that point, which I think is cool. But also the Land of Wano arc in Power Warriors 4 is its own creation. It isn't like truly the canon stuff of Wano. It's just stuff that that the game devs and the people created the game wanted to create for their version of the Wano arc. Obviously, whenever I play a One Piece Pirate Warriors game, I really dislike that because every time, because a big selling point for One Piece Pirate Warriors games is you're buying them not only to beat up people as One Piece characters, which is the main attraction to this game, but you're also buying it to also, listen and play through the story while you're beating up random fucking thugs, you know what I mean? Or random enemies all the time, right? And I've always hated this about Pirate Warriors, or disliked it, where whenever they go to their own headcanon, because I always feel like there's going to be people that are going to want to play Pirate Warriors instead of watching a long anime to get the gist of the story. So then when they finish those One Piece games, they're going to go over to their friends, maybe, I don't know, and they're going to say, yo, I watched the Wano arc, or I played the Wano arc in Power Warriors 3, or Power Warriors 4, I mean. I loved it. I remember when Luffy did that Dragon King Cobra Giant freaking thing on Kaido and won. What are you talking about? Literally, Luffy beat Kaido this way. Did you only play the game? No. You only played the game, did you? Okay, yeah, I only played the game. The anime is too damn long, man. Oh my god. Look, the game is non-canon. I've always hated that because I feel like friends could run into that issue if, one wanted to play the game and the other would just watch the anime and stuff, or like all the canon stuff or whatever. But I used to be so nitpicky about that. But nowadays I really don't care because, as you guys know me right now in 2025, my mindset's kind of changed, I don't really... I mean, I still love One Piece, I still love Power Warriors 4, but I think because of this mindset change that I've been going through, I started, caring about Pirate Warriors less and less and less and less, and it didn't help the fact, my bad, Wall, it didn't help the fact that not only I was getting into anime less and less and less, but I also cared about One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 less and less and less and less, because to me, I think it started to feel like the same thing that I've already done in Pirate Warriors 3 years prior. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything new other than the graphics looking new, newer maps, I think newer music and stuff, or sometimes some of the same music from Pirate Warriors 3 and whatnot. It's just like a more updated version of Pirate Warriors 3, and it's like, if I wanted to do that, then, I don't know, I would have just played something else, because how I think now is so different from how I think then, right? And I think Chris was seeing that, and he was like, bro, what's going on with you, Power Warriors 4, why are you not playing it as much? And it's like, well, I don't know, I'm tired of playing it, because keep in mind, I have Power Warriors 4 for the most part on my PS4, where my PS4 would fuck up sometimes and fucking crash my entire PlayStation to the point we always had to reset our data, so whenever we reached in Power Warriors 4 up to that point, we had to like redo it all over again. I think that was also killing my love for Pirate Warriors 4 because it was like I gotta keep doing the same like missions over and over and over again. It never really beat it, you know. And I remember we took long periods of time also away from Pirate Warriors 4 because I was just wanting to do so many other things. I was interested in many other things and I wasn't really giving my time to the game. And I remember Chris would be the one to kind of, excuse me, hammer it into me that we need to beat the game. You've had the game for how long? And don't get me wrong, I love it when you do your One Piece dubs. That is awesome, but we need to get this game done. If you want to continue doing One Piece dubs, that's fine, but but also let's beat the game on the side too. Let's actually beat the game. And I remember, Ronnie telling me that shit, or in some way, shape, or form telling me something like that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We've been sitting on Pirate Warriors 4 for so long, for not so many years, but we've been sitting on it for months, not playing it because I didn't have PS Plus, or Chris didn't have PS Plus, or my game shit resetted, or whatever. And I remember as well, this is into the PS5 era a little bit too, after the whole PS4 issue that I had. So it just kept going along. So when I got a PS5, I think I started enjoying Pirate Warriors 4 again, and Ronnie was like, okay, we're going to beat it. We're going to get on like almost every other day. We're going to play it. And we did just that. We got on every other day. We started playing like nuts, and we were enjoying ourselves. And then, once we beat the game, it was cool. But I also got a lot of dubs, on his channel and on my channel. Another thing. And by the way, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. But basically, to sum it up, we had a good time on Pirate Warriors 4. Even though I don't really play it much nowadays, I kind of just it's either uninstalled or something, or like, it's just a game I think of like fond memories of. But I just don't really go back and play it because Chris doesn't really play it anymore. I don't really play a lot of the same games my boy plays. I mean, I do, but I also don't at the same time because you guys know me. I'm over there playing on my Nintendo Switch. I'm over there playing on my Wii. You guys know what I like. If you guys watch my channel, watch my gameplays, watch not just my experience, but my gameplays and stuff, you would know what I'm into. You know what I mean? For anyone that watches the page, you would know what I get myself into, what I like to do all the time. I like to mix it up. I like to have a new experience. I like to have something fresh in my face if I'm going to play it, not just the same old stuff or redos. The only times I feel like I need to do a redo is if I really want myself to re-experience or like redo something or whatever. But anyways, that's my experience with both Pirate Warriors 3 and Pirate Warriors 4 in a nutshell. Again, both games are great. I definitely recommend them if you want to play the One Piece Pirate Warriors series. There is One Piece Pirate Warriors 1 and 2, obviously, but they're for like the PS3. And I would love to experience those just to see how One Piece Pirate Warriors 1, I would love to see how that game started, so Pirate Warriors 2 can, started, Pirate Warriors 2 can walk, Pirate Warriors 3 can jog, and Pirate Warriors 4 can freaking run it. I would love to see how the series started. So, if one day I get Pirate Warriors, 2, maybe 1 and 2, maybe I'll make my experience on those, but until then, I enjoy these One Piece games, and I enjoy them for all the memories that they gave me, but for now, I just don't really care about them necessarily. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video with your friends. God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Why ain't you famous? Clorox Bleach, the reason why I'm not famous is because I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. That's why I'm not famous. Or, maybe it's my thumbnails, or maybe it's my tags, or maybe I'm just not, bringing a lot of people over, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why you can say I'm not famous, Though if I really wanted that, I would be chasing that by doing, thumbnails that are crazy in my niche and all that other sort of thing. But anyways, I digress. I'll see you guys in the next one. You'll do well. I'd probably do pretty good if I was famous, but, then I'd probably have to shut my mouth on a lot of things. Because, once you get famous, there's a lot of things you can say, but there's also definitely way more things you just can't say anymore. You know what I mean? So, and I kind of like the freedom that I have to speak my mind on things and, make videos like this. But anyways, again, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Who knows? Maybe I'll just do another one right after this on like Attack on Titan or something. Which that would be a great video to make a video on. Attack on Titan and like Jujutsu Kaisen. Those would be great.